ke leboge gape le nyena lona le leadership go na le batho ba ba berekang le bona so gape ke ikokobetse mo pele ga leadership ya lona ya lo leading from different groups tsa lona. I understand the whole thing was organized for yesterday, but unfortunately I had to attend a funeral where I was also to participate. And then I felt that I must come today on Sunday. Ke motho o tsenang kereke gape le nna. Ke tsena kereke ya Roma ke mogogi ko Roma ra tshwanna go lofa ko kerekeng. But I felt it is also important to come and interact with young people. One of all the things, the mistake that we must not do is to fail to prioritize young people in the agenda of the operation. So that is why I felt I must start to engage with these environmental clubs, more so that I am briefed the friends, all the parks settling where they are operating from. So the first question when I arrived here is to say I'm disappointed that you are in your own special camp where you have dedicated your energies and time and everything. But the department could not provide you with a T-shirt that shows that you are in a special activity. And that thing will have to happen Monday. I think we will have to convene a special meeting tonight where we agree as to how do we have this, because when we have special people in the community as a department, we must always label them so that they must be different, especially when we deal with issues of environment and the parks as our own. Bana baska tlhaka-tlhakana o ka re ha rena maikaelelo ka re ha re ba tseye serious. For every activity, you go to a conference, you go to a camp, especially a camp that is well organized and that has been planned for. It can be that the department cannot fund T-shirt ya gagwe, kepeseng ya gagwe. Some things se bontshang gore you coming from a camp and you are unique. And the premier has made it very clear that we must prioritize young people. And when these young people are here, some are even outside the bracket of 35, but they grew up in this groupings. We still have to grow them until they reach the rangers that we have. The oldest one here is 64. We need to get him, give information to you so that as you grow, you are still able to understand the history of where all these parks are coming from. So we have to do it by motivating you, training you, and availing the little resource that government is having, but also collaboration will not only depend on government, but we know with the collaboration that we have with DFFE, that we have with private sector and others, we want to focus on these groupings. We made it very clear, people, we have a responsibility as a department, economic growth or environment, economic development. So economy will not only be about tenders and something else. Even with you, we must grow you to start to think about getting the economy in the space where you are operating. That's why we work about biodiversity economy. And we are not going to introduce any other person before you. Now, you cannot talk about being participants and activists in the space where we want to resuscitate the economy, and yet we are not taking you serious. We must start to invest on you. That is why here, this is not a process. I have said it last time. I said it when we were in Tunsaleroli. Now, today, tonight, we must convene a meeting. We must convene a meeting of the CFO and her team, in the HOD, so that we close this matter. I have said it, I was very clear that I have seen this activation in the district of Ngak. I have seen them when I was in Dielpan. I am seeing them now. I am told you are coming from different points, Mahikeng and all those where you are operating. So I have said by the 1st of this month, I have long said that thing must happen. And tonight, whoever is to press a computer will have to sit tonight and press it. That this case must be captured in that program, because we have already signed off. The HOD has done everything to get people who are going to train them. We want others to be in our parks. We want others to be, but we want groups also that will focus on mobilization of business, business licensing application. We have others that will be focused. There are so many groupings that we have made, and we have already set aside budget for that. So Banaba, they have to bakongaka because I have seen them working. I know what they are doing on the ground. So tonight they must be captured. Tomorrow, the MEC is starting a one-on-one engagement with the chief directors on Tuesday. But before Tuesday, I have to get a report that says on the first training high starter, Banaba tabe validi beneficiaries of that, where they will be trained and they will also get stipend. All of them, as structured as they are. So that we must not be seen to be government which does not take what we are doing serious. When we have an initiative that speaks about environmental clubs, and we are a department of environment, and we have a budget, the largest budget of this department goes to environment as a program. Now it can't be that we have kids here, we have young people here, and we are seen to be exploiting them. We just want to raise flags about them, but the whole benefit of what belongs to government does not come to them. We rather lose everything, but they have to be beneficiaries. And I don't want us to talk about EPWP. That thing I don't want in the department that I'm leading. The amount that we have for EPWP, we spoke with the HOD, we managed to secure a service provider on skills development. Whilst we are putting them on our parks, they will be trained on quite a number of things, including training them also to be responsible citizens, training them also to do away with drugs and all these involvements, but to be sober enough and to be our assets as government, because we have to invest in young people. And not just invest in young people when they opt. There's a book that I was reading that speaks of young people are starting to all claim to be politicians because now they see it's only on the political space that young people are considered. So Luna, you must remain but vanach. I was impressed when I was looking at the camping and how you put your tents. Though na nekesa create tent, maybe I do next time. So that we must come together. We must come together so that is a sign of still having young people who love the nature and who understand the benefits of being in the space of operating on nature. So we wish you well, and we appreciate you having availed yourselves here. Some of you, I'm told, you grew up in this as environmental clubs. Some of you are out of school but are still stick to the club. Please don't leave it because we want to invest in you. We have already put you here, and it is our responsibility that we must agree that we are stuck with you and we have to convert you into the tools that are going to be able to make this department move to the direction where its vision is. I understand that we are heading towards the season, study fire, study disaster and everything. We cannot forever be the department, Parks and Tourism, Conservation and Environment. That does not have people who understand issues of climate change. We must invest in this. Part of the trainings that must come should be the incubation hubs that teaches them about, we are going to have it with the university already. So some of the courses will have to come from the university where they attend the incubation hub, especially those that are out of school, just to be trained on issues that climate change, but also issues that firefighting. And broadly, we want to revitalize and resuscitate the operations and to commercialize our parks. So we must start with them. We must not go advertise, post, and say people must come from elsewhere, whilst we have teams that we can train. I mean, I was in China. The whole tour guides that we had were done by people in China who are not saying we are qualified, we have masters and what. But they were saying we grew up here and we were picked and we learned and we know what was happening. But tour guide, after having to look into development of Baburspan, we must have young people who are able to tell the story. Some of them will have to tell the story about Mahikeng, will have to tell the story about all the parks that are around Ngak. So I think that plan must be very clear. No lot of English. People are here available. These are young people that we are making a commitment. Premier said without them, there's nothing. So when this whole program is existing and it does not put them first and at the center, then we are not doing the right thing. So today we will be with you. We will also like to share stories. If you want to come closer to me, Aki, so you must come closer. Don't tell me about your family problems, but chat with me your experiences when you are in the space. Tell me about your wishes. Don't just say, no, leadership. That's why we avail ourselves to you. Because with the leadership, yes, we got reports. But you must also approach me and say, well, see, if we could have done it this way, because we also rely on responding to the needs of the people today. Because we are sitting here today as government, we have already created a gap. We are providing services that are not relevant because they're not responding to people. So I'll be here as we walk. It will not just be walk. It is a time that you can come closer to me and have a 3-second story and leave and the other one come, so that we are able to chat together and understand how you feel and your experience in this, and some of the things that I might pick that I might have not received from reports. So, and all those who are here to support, to having set aside time without having to say it's a Sunday and all the days that you sacrificed. You're not doing it because you wanted to, but you do it because we have all said we will serve the people. Once more. Hello.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Sumeleli mali. Whoa, whoa. Sumeleli mali. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Ulokuthi uyangithanda ukhuluma ngomlomo, singadlala abafana khuluma ngezenzo ndoda. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Ulokuthi uyangithanda ukhuluma ngomlomo, singadlala abafana khuluma ngezenzo ndoda. Whoa, whoa. Thumelela imali, funa ukulibona lo thando tunalo. 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 Ngifuna imvula mlomo, i-notification yona ekhulumayo. I-notification yona ekhulumayo. Mina ngikhotshiswa yisheke, ungenamali webhuti ngicela uqhele. Sengathi indelelo, uthi uyangithanda kodwa uphethe nesente. Ngifuna imvula mlomo, i-notification yona ekhulumayo. Indoda exoxayo, i-notification yona ekhulumayo. Ulokuthi uyangithanda ukhuluma ngomlomo, singadlala abafana khuluma ngezenzo ndoda. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Thumelela imali, funa ukulibona lo thando tunalo. Thumelela imali, funa ukulibona lo thando tunalo. Thumelela imali, funa ukulibona lo thando tunalo. Thumelela imali, funa ukulibona lo thando tunalo.
Uthi angithumelele imali, ngacela uthando wena wabona ibhenki. Thando olithengwa ngemali, asafuna isheli sayina amasheke. yaphuza iyabhema yabhema iyaphuza so leyo ntombi angiyibheki komo zikababazulu umpethu ayisoka lelo washa ngilibheji ntombi shelela ubuhle bayo kodwa ithathelwa impatho.
Next year dilo tsa rona di tla tsamaya sentle ka tsela mme fela ne re organizitse in time. It's just the providers ke bone ba sa re direlang sentle mare tshepa gore next year group e yotlhe because ne re organizitse gore number 1 e kry-a trophy ka medal le backpack le squeeze bottle.
We must agree gore yona ke santsane ke dumela gore when we have these initiatives sa batho ba ba kgonang go tsa 20 kilos ba oka, it's a clear indication ya patriotism, patience, for commitment, something that we are not getting from people ba re feeling gore ke bone the key people. And also in front of Bukhosi, we are very clear gore re batla Bukhosi ba rona bo start to understand the government in a different way, especially ka di services mo di community tsa rona. Now for purpose of motivation Resham lo wena system, we must agree gore we must check the program ya. We will have to get a special arrangement these winners. Now nna ke motho wa position ya championship and ga bo serious when people completed the race and ba berekile and ba bontsha gore ne ba le focused, the appreciation must show the same. So negere maybe bana, I don't know your arrangement, this is late. We must agree that if it is a problem, we'll have to do it. All of them must at least get a certificate of participation in the certificate of participation, something, including a t-shirt. That shows what they participated in the walk, and then walk we are on in the intentions is that was us. Then banner. We must agree that these banners I must not announce their prices today. But we must have in our Facebook page and our podcast. I will make arrangements personally on what they will have to give. Something that is sustainable, something that is going to make them also feel hore. Mara walk any reason is. During my time, I would not give people the key holder. So we must agree that these bags are just a token of going home to pick up your small things. It is also given out of but the real prices, we've been all over saying now because we are tired now, we should be able to pronounce the prices is at the walk in the ratios and then the prices that they by that time I'll pronounce for it. These are my idea. So for now, let us just as a sign of appreciation give them this so this is a token, but I think on Monday we'll communicate and then we will agree that we will invite them specially. We'll invite them special just to come and give them their prices. So that even in the next walk, people must be encouraged to participate because there's something, Christmas season. Remember, but these ones must also get something that is going to be hanged on the wall to show they participated in this because we have a reason that you want to. So, and even the members administration go to rent manelena to win. I can't know so sa go sa key holder ga mona go gae ana nke metso da tsa go batlhakanyeletsa ka le nna ne ke krete sengwenyana go tsa mo go tsamaile matrelo le bogele matsapa lona. Your commitment is appreciated. It is very rare that when you are an employee you come here people of high ranks ke sho ba sile ba re ba sesegetswe ke pula mabane, but you guys have been here and you remained here because you wanted this to be the real thing. Remember, all of you are not doing this because you wanted to do it, but this to draw the attention of the community to send a particular message, which is the message of government, which is the message that we also feel that the ambassadors that create awareness and community serona isimolle go change. So ka tsela ntseng yalo ke lo lebogile. Congratulations once more. We also having a talk, and the MEC had a session with the older people last week here in Sandishof. So we wanted to say goodbye to all those who are to leave the system. But we have also done things differently now. We are not going to throw you away.
Thank you.
We are still going to use you when you are out.
Thank you very much.
We will still use the information. This head has got a lot of the things we want. We know this heart has got a lot of things that we will still want. So we are also going to invite you also to receive your token.
Okay.
Because others, I think we gave out 5, but we are still having yours. You have to
Thank you very much. I appreciate, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
In terms of the culture of government, when you arrive at a place, you must go to see, listen to Hosi, understand other issues that might not be. Or like another complaint, the complaints are forcing we go back to. So they might have wanted to send message to government. So after this session, because I thought Hosi would be
I ska nna gore bonna ke ska fella fa nne gore ke selo se se tswelelang e bile re ithutetse dintsi mo go sone a ke re ga intse jana more especially mo basheng e re ntsha mo dilong tse dingwe tse le gore di tlhoka botsebe gongwe mo go tsone ka moso le ka tsoga le le go gongwe le ka tsoga le tshotse province ya rona ya Bokone Bophirima le isitse kgakala kere bana ke le skebela ba la nyamamoko se ke tshimologo re tlo go tswelela re ne re dirase more especially ke bona mokhuduthamaga ile motho wa mme a kere gantsi bo mme ke bone ba itshwara ka go bogaleng wa go tsamaya leeto le a re tataisa go fitlhella go bofelong re be re bona gore le rona re ka nna bo MEC re ka nna bo presidente re ka nna sengwe se se tona mo pušong ba gaetsho bana ke ga go fellefa le lona ba le tsotseng karolo ba le winne mo letsatsing la gompieno ke tsa gore le go dira thata go feta fa ke batla go bona go gongwe le go godimo le re emetse mo provinceng go tswa ha banaka ke kopa gore le go dira ka thata se se ka nna go fitlhella fa ke banaka se le se dirileng thata ke itumetse thata ba bangwe ba shanka be ba sa dira tiroye e ha le tsoga le go ba rotloetsa ra itse gore ga se leeto le le bonolo a kere ba bang ke itse gore bonna ka le utlwa le tswa kere mare ke motho tsana hela go tswa go ra go ditlo go siama mme le lona le winne ga se gore ga la wina ba gaetsho a kere ba gaetsho le winne le lona e bile re motlotlo ra itumela ka mantswa kalo ke le lebogile thata bana ke re nelong ke pula ke gone ke a le leboga